News 46 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, NHP releases video of a fatal collision and an officer-involved accident occurs on Highway 160. News 46 starts now.
You're watching Kpvm News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Drowsy driving appears to be the cause of a fatal collision. It's Wednesday, July 25th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. 2 Idaho men were killed in a collision after being ejected when struck from behind by a diesel truck. Nevada Highway Patrol has released video and pictures of a crash that killed 2 people south of Coyote Springs in Nevada off of Highway 93. It all began last Wednesday on July 18th, just after 6 in the morning, when a Chevy Malibu was stopped on southbound US 93 at mile marker 63. In the video released by NHP, you see a construction crew flagger which was working in a construction zone that had a pilot car in operation. Behind the Chevy was a Nissan Titan pickup truck, a Sterling tractor trailer, and a Toyota Yaris. All vehicles were stopped. Also southbound was a Peterbilt tractor hauling a trailer approaching the stopped vehicles. The driver of the Peterbilt failed to use due care and struck the rear end of the Toyota Yaris. The force of the impact ejected both the driver and passenger. The Peterbilt continued south, striking the Sterling tractor, the Nissan Titan, and the Chevy Malibu. The Peterbilt came to rest on the right dirt shoulder. Both the driver and the passenger of the Yaris were ejected and pronounced deceased on scene. The driver of the Peterbilt tractor, the Sterling tractor, the Nissan, and Chevy were all transported with non-life-threatening injuries to UMC Trauma Center by ground ambulance. The deceased driver of the Yaris has been identified as 50-year-old Robert Barnes from Emmett, Idaho. The passenger of the Yaris has been identified as 34-year-old Christopher Markley from Boise, Idaho. Investigators believe that drowsy driving is a factor in this crash. The crash remains under investigation at this time, and no charges have been filed. And 1 person was taken to Desert View Hospital today after colliding with a police cruiser.
Earlier this morning, we were dispatched a report of a 2-vehicle accident. One vehicle was a Nye County Sheriff's Office vehicle. It was a T-bone type collision at the north end of dam line at 160. Crews arrived. They completed a scene size upper risk assessment. They determined that there was no entrapment. However, there was 2 injuries. One was transported to the local hospital, and the second one was an AMA. The officer was injured, however, was going to go to the hospital on the run to be checked.
And then 1 person transported from the scene to Desert View, right?
Yes.
Inside the pickup truck?
Yes.
NHP's investigating, right?
Yes, NHP was completing the investigation.
And luckily, no injuries were reported at a single vehicle rollover this morning off Highway 160 and Betty Avenue.
Shortly after our first accident this morning, crews were returning and came upon a second accident on Highway 160 in Betty. And what ended up happening there was 2 vehicles were trying to merge into a single lane. One of them lost control in the shoulder, overcorrected, and then apparently rolled 2 times, landing upright. There was no entrapment, and the driver was shaken up but decided not to go to the hospital.
Traffic was diverted around that for a little while.
It was diverted on the secondary road and some of the dirt access ways running along 160.
And approximately 1,792 Valley Electric Association customers were affected by a power outage for 37 minutes today on the north side of Pahrump. The cause is unknown at this time and is under investigation. We'll have your court report and Business First Brief right after this break.